What up, Screen Fiends? I'm GB, and you're tuned in to Screenheads TV, where we like to discuss all the wonderful things appearing on your movie and your TV screens. So, in this episode, we're going to have another Star Wars discussion, speculation kind of deal again, like the last video. This time, we're going to talk about the next animated series and what that could be. So I'm going to just throw out a couple of my ideas on where I think they're going to go with the next animated series and why. So excuse me if I keep looking down. I took some notes. I feel like my video's been going much smoother when I can get the words out right when I take the notes. But unfortunately, I can't keep the eye contact going and still look down. So I'll try to do both. Okay. So first, let's talk about what I think is the most likely idea and what I would love to see the most. It's my favorite one out of the ideas I came up with for what could possibly be the next animated series. So, judging on how excited Filoni was when he was asked about this and when he kind of alluded to what's coming next, he didn't give us any hints or anything, but I believe he said something along the lines of he's excited and we're going to be excited for what the next animated project is. So, what I would be most excited for, and I think most of you would be most excited for, and what I can see Filoni be most excited for, is dealing with the characters from the original trilogy. The characters we all know and love so much. Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, CP3O, R2-D2, and that group. Well, how could that be? Well, if we did an animated series after Return of the Jedi, it would work perfectly. Now, why do I think this is the best idea for it? Well, number one, I think it'll get the best ratings out of any Star Wars animated series because people that normally don't watch the animation are going to tune in to see these characters and to see this storyline, because between episode 6 and 7, we have like a 20-30 year gap, something like that. So, I mean, come on. There's tons of story you could tell in there. I'm not saying you're going to cover all 30 years, but you get my point. And Star Wars fans want to see that storyline. So, I think it's the most logical choice for them to go. Plus, they killed off Han. They got a Han Solo spinoff coming. I think they want to do more Han, especially with that spinoff. It's going to do well. Come on, Star Wars. It's going to do well. Unless they fundamentally ruin the character of Han Solo, it's going to do well. Critically and money-wise, right? So, okay. So, yeah, I think it would work the best for that reason. Now, not only could they tell tons and tons of and I also think Leia is going to die in episode 8. That's where I was going with it. So, you want more Leia too, because she's such a beloved character, and we're all going to be saying goodbye to her in episode 8, and Carrie Fisher just passed. So I truly believe that she's going to be a big focus of the show too, just like Luke and Han. And then, of course, we're going to have Luke, who I think is going to die in episode 9, but he's a main focus of episode 8. So these characters are back in the forefront, is my point. So what better time than now to introduce them in animated form with their own animated series? So that's where I think they're going to go. I'm going to do a whole video on just that. But if they don't go that route, I got a couple of ideas I wrote down, so follow me down this journey here. All right, next we got the Yoda. Now, I said that it's a possibility they do a Yoda standalone movie, but I think more likely is an animated series dealing with a young Yoda, maybe right after the time of the Old Republic or during the Old Republic. Maybe you even make that part of an Old Republic animated series, even though I think Old Republic might be a little too dark to go animated, but you never know. So yeah, I think a young Yoda would be good. He's not the only main character. You'll bring in some new human characters that people can relate to a little bit more, but I think having Yoda be the main focus would interest a lot of people, and it would be good for the kids, because I think kids love Yoda. I know my kids do. And I really think that would work as as an animated series, a young Yoda. Then we have, something that's concurrent with the new trilogy. So something that takes place during like the Force Awakens timeline, just dealing with new characters and everything. I guess the point of that would be to get a better feel of the state of the galaxy during the time of the Force Awakens. So that's why I can see that being a big contender on where they go to. I don't think there'll be too many familiar characters popping up, other than the side characters of the movies, like a Phasma or something like that could probably be a main character. But I don't think any of our main characters, like Finn, Rey, any of them, Poe, would be characters in this series, but they would probably pop up if they decided to go that route. And then I would say a combined character after Jedi. So you would have, the main focus wouldn't be Luke, Leia, Han, and Chewie and them. The main focus would be a group of new characters similar to Rebels. And Luke, Leia, Han, all of them would just kind of be side characters that popped in and out during various adventures. Now, I can see them going this route if they didn't want to mess with the history or what's going on with Luke, Leia, and Han in between 6 and 7. So if they didn't want to do it for that reason, this is the way I see them going. Having it in that same timeline between 6 and 7, but having the main focus not be on those familiar characters from the originals, but a new group of characters that interact with these characters in between 6 and 7. So my two best choices, top choices, would be following Luke, Leia, Han, and them, or having it be new characters set in that timeline between 6 and 7. So that's my video on what I would like to see out of the next animated series. You guys chime in down below. Let me know what you'd like to see for the next animated series, what your ideas are, what you think about my ideas. And look out for my future video on my idea for the animated, because I'm going to go deep into the Luke Leia one. That one's a lot of fun for me to think about. So, and don't forget, next month, May, we got May the 4th be with you all month long. We're going to do Star Wars stuff, all stuff galactic. We'll do some aliens. We'll do some Guardians of the Galaxy to take you out of Star Wars for a moment, but still similar movies, all dealing with outer space stuff. That's what we're going to do for the whole month of May. Every day we'll have daily videos on, we'll do Star Wars every day, but we'll also have stuff on Guardians and aliens sprinkled in there as well. All right, so like I said, I think maybe the 100th time this video. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. And, yep, tune in next time. I will see you then. You guys have a great day. See you next time. That was a screwy ending. I'm trying to fix the endings best I can. You guys have a great day, man.